That's the last resonant ingredient I needed for a +10. Which not only means that Kara will get a pretty sizable attack speed buff, it also means that Min Kyoko will stop stealing her goddamn robes after stacking Tailwind. So far, this is what I've cooked up. Rebel Donut FQ is the core of my one-shot comp since my Zap team isn't strong enough to one-shot things yet, and creme brulee is just the best supports I have for him. In wave 3, I queued Rebel instantly so the back minions don't take enough damage to be defeated, then casted White Belay to cancel the charged attack to allow for a safe switch into my creme brulee team. That allowed me to stack up my first Accelerando, hence having Accelerandos 2 and 3 for the Golden Cheese boss. Accelerando stacking, I think, is one of the more skill expressive parts of 0K, so it's nice that the premier boss killer has a way of overcoming worse stats by using micro. Unfortunately here, no amount of DMR can change the fact that Star Coral has less base HP than Candy Diver. Luckily, Carol +10 was enough for me to 2-cycle Geese, albeit with a few losses. And as I said, my Zap comp kinda sucks. But at least every failure means I'm one step closer to success. I decided that attack percent on Hero isn't as important as not dying, so I tried raising up a few almond pieces, but trying to have 15 plus sets of plus 12 toppings with at least a good substat is a bit difficult in the early game. Ignore Hate, I was only using them for BC's chapter 3. Since Kero is now a bit bulkier and hence needs less healing, I tried running Watchless, which I don't have the promos for that. Tried again, but with the rare scroll this time. Except for the fact that I had burnt my revive somewhere before, it went better. And then me with my infinite wisdom forgot Kero's skill level. Which, to be completely fair, some cookies override their base skills with their Mikey Candy, so I just assumed wrong. Fortunately, waves 5 through 8 don't have the crit and crit damage down debuffs. And would you look at that, nearly a 1 cycle. With a few casualties. And this little booger finally came home. I honestly really hate the pavilion system. I mean, sure, it's free-to-play friendly, but the fact that it's always ever time and luck gated and you can never grind for more is a bit annoying. But now that Ferret is home, I'm immediately building them all the way. The buffs, the heals, the emergency heals, the iframes, they're just too good. And of course, the most difficult part of building are the toppings. Had to scrounge up failed toppings and borrow plus 12s to complete their set. So with Ferret now on the team, I tried to give Master Mode another go. Hero takes the feather unfortunately, but overall everyone's alive, unlike when I use Star Coral. Wave 8 however is a bit more questionable. What Swan lacks with durability it makes up with damage. Still passed it, but not cleanly, and it wasn't really a 1 cycle. Now this is the moment you've been waiting for. From my experience in expert difficulty, waves 12 and 16 shouldn't be too bad, but wave 20 is a bit sus. But now that I've got Ferret, the only way to know how wave 20 goes is to try. I've actually thought about clearing Master since I've cleared expert on day 9, but of course Master is, you know, significantly more difficult. Which is why I thought about ways to close the gap between difficulty and account development. And even though Zap really benefits from not swapping, having a Zap team as team 3 does ease the load of boss killing on my Creme team. I also tried to see if Tri-Healer was enough to sustain for my Creme comp. Well, it was enough for everybody except Coral. Whoa, there goes all of my topping pieces. For Oxar, I just needed 5% crit from toppings to maximize his crit buff, otherwise I'm trying a Raspberry set on him to make use of his on crit. Had to settle for plus 6 chocos for the last 2 spots. For Black Lemonade, I'm looking for attack, cooldown, crit, and damage rest. More offense, faster stacking, or survivability. I was also rushing the important combat lab since I committed to trying to clear Master difficulty, mainly ranged attack and all cookie crit damage. I felt a little more lavish after getting a few more topping pieces. My Stormbringer can run 2 whole plus 12 toppings. This run was a bit interesting. I've never been able to replicate this, but I somehow got 2 Accelerandos worth of stall on wave 3. I mean, it doesn't change anything in Wave 4 since I'm still 2-cycling it, but hey, that's pretty cool. That crit debuff really stings. I would have easily one-cycled this boss. Oh, and a little bit of hidden tech. The dolls don't explode and deal self-destruct damage if they are killed as donuts. Because why Dragon Lord frickin' Cacao is a side grade to Space Donut for this Alliance season. Unfortunately, Fanon and Min Choco fall here, but if I had taken less damage in Wave 4, this could have been an easy deathless. Because I timed the transformation in Wave 7, I was able to go into Wave 9 Plus with my one-shot comp fully intact. Also tried experimenting with stalling on Wave 11, similar to Wave 3 and 7 by queuing Rebel. But that leaves 2 frogs alive instead of 1, which is a lot of damage, and I can't really take that going into a boss fight. And the crowd goes mild for Olive Cookie. Look at that whole 45.5% damage amp. Enough damage amp to kill the boss before the second spin. Absolute GOAT. With 3 whole stacks of ERS, I decided to try to see if my Zapcon could start one-shotting. Turns out I just don't have the hits for that. Then I gave everyone a few promos, since the first star or 2 are cheap and gives quite a bit of stat buffs. And I'm planning on maxing everyone in my Zap comp anyway, except for Rockstar once I unban Mystic Flower. I also gave Caro and Fanon some promos, as they had quite a hard time surviving, even with Ferret. And since I realized that I'm stalling with my Zap comp, I can use Linzer and move Olive into another comp. I am a chef. Oh yeah, I also got Spice at around 180 pity. I'm at 250 pity now, like 2 days before season ends anyway, so like, eh. And another reason on why Guild Boss is the most important game mode on top of crystals, cubes, mileage points is topping pieces. I've only been using Linzer for Troy, so I never needed to haul her until now. Absolute cinema of in a tuning session. I just need some DR and attack speed for her. Got a solid 2-liner CD, so I swapped this for Ferret's Speed Split. More build fixing since Black Lemonade does want cooldown as well. Off to another attempt. Kara's getting dangerously low, but good thing Ferret's emergency healing skills off of missing HP. Kiki, go next, what the hell. I also decided to haul Capsaicin on my Fire Comp so Burning Spice can steal more attack. Good cancel on the Lily skill, got the stall off. And exit 2 for Golden Keys. So far pretty healthy, about 30% HP on Kero, but he dodges this one Sugar's Meteors anyway. Did the doll disable perfectly as well. And everyone's up immediately. If creme brulee wasn't, my team would need to take another meteor to the face. Ooh, well, that's a bit unfortunate. But who knows, let's ride it out. For Wave 11 stall this time, since queuing Rebel was too fast, instead I tried periodically tapping Rebel. And it worked! 1 frog remains. Lenzer being able to stack faster, this boss becomes much cleaner. The wall is so goated. It's basically a full restore from Pokemon. For Wave 16, the only attack Frostmoon has that actually threatens a kill is her freeze attack, so when you see her wind up you can swap to a throwaway team and take the hit. I use the fire comp to take care of Frostwing here since I don't want to take too much damage from my other comps while stalling for the swap cooldown. Despite the lack of Min Choco, there's actually a bit of hope. The front golem never seems to die in the first rotation, don't know why. Same stall tactics as last time, queuing Rebel and... Holy! 4 mobs alive, I'm not living that! And they're knockback resistant. But anyway, let's see how close wave 20 is. Cooked. Yikes. And after failure, and failure, and failure, neither golem died, what the fuck. Enjoy the winning run. No BBP on wave 1, otherwise that's too little damage on the second wave. Cast Rebel first for the shield to tank as much damage as possible. Wave 3 stall tactics, as per usual. Cancel the charge up attack. And easy stall. Go into wave 4. Should just be the same as always. Spam everybody, 2 cycles. Hero getting a bit low, but then getting healed back up by Ferret. And that's the first 4 waves done. Get a little bit of heal back, and then swap back to the one-shot comp. White Lily's crowd control is really nice to supplement donuts. You can never have too much. Didn't die here, somehow, nice. Then the double wave, a bit scary, because if I reset, I lose a ticket, but... Ooh, only 1 explosion, which I can tank, it's fine. Taking a bit of damage from the lamp, but should be fine. Hero again dodges the meteors, so she won't take too much damage. Financier! Oh, holding on by a thread, dodging the 3rd meteor. Moving on to wave 9 here. Really clean one-shots. White Lily getting close to her purification / heal, which is nice because Frostwing is getting a bit low. Periodic tapping on Rebel. And perfect. I get to stack some Electrifying Rock Spirit for now, and Linzer also gets to stack. 2 stacks going into the boss, pretty nice. And then I can open with Linzer, Stormbringer, and Twizzly. I'm pretty sure the spin attack is actually max HP true damage, so no matter what I build, I won't die, but I'll take a lot of damage. This is really good so far. Everyone's alive, everyone's pretty healthy, and I'm almost to the wall stage. Wait for everybody a bit, just so I guarantee the back 2 minions get caught by Rebel and Donut, and then enjoy my healing. Thank you, Death Sisters. You are so generous with this. I have to swap soon though, I don't want to get the wall too low, and I do want to heal up my electric team a bit. Unfortunately can't heal too much, but you take what you can get. This one a bit scary, but as long as I space out all of my crowd control, it should be fine. I also want Blueberry Pie to lose all of her great stacks, so here she can actually cast and cast more lasers. I actually played it so well that I forgot I haven't burned Revive yet, so almost into that. Luckily, burn comp isn't too much damage, and which is why Olive is so good, because she's a bad damage amplifier. Trust. And everyone's still alive. Everyone important at least. The back golem died, the front golem is doing front golem things, but hey, nobody's dead, everyone's still pretty healthy. Went into this wave. Pretty clean one shot. Next wave I'm a bit skeptical about. I'm trying to periodically tap it, but I end up killing everybody. So who knows? It is light damage up, so 67 million HP. Can I kill it before it kills me? Ooh. 15 million damage on the first Accelerando, not bad. So with the Zap comp, Rockstar with his last healing, giving everyone a lot of HP, stalling out the zap ticks, and beautiful. Day 20, Wave 20, Master Mode clear. Fully free to play. Here's the damage splits. Sharou definitely putting in her work. Absolutely cracked. That's a whole 3,000 crystals at the end of the season, and that's 3 entire legendary soul essences. Alright, time for the builds. Let's see if I can keep up with the video. Cooldown or DMR, cooldown, crit, raspberry and cooldown, so healing is good and you cast a lot. Max cooldown, beast crit, max attack, toppings, cooldown, DMR split, DMR crit split, cooldown, full attack speed and full attack, full cooldown, full crit for everybody basically, and then yeah, I've already talked about those 2 builds. Linzer just needs to live, so max DMR. Nobody cares about this comp. It's kind of just for wave 16, and we're done. So subscribe for more, and I'll eventually get to the past days. Trust me, day 3 is coming eventually.